Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. I'm back. I was away for a few days on a super secret project. I could tell you, but if I told you what it was, I'd have to kill you, and then that would be sad. Right, coming up to Christmas, we can't have that. Um, but yeah, I am back. I've missed not too much major news, a couple of bits. We're gonna do some shard pulls, which is half of the news here anyway today. But the big bit of news that if you only watch my channel, you should check out everybody else because they're awesome. But on Monday, the 22nd of December, Yuletide Deck of Fate. Hilariously, I scheduled a Hilvi showcase for while I was away, and it went out the day that this news was revealed, which is absolutely hilarious. I couldn't have timed it better if I actually knew in advance what was happening. It was amazing. I thought it was a pretty educated guess, so that's why I did a showcase of her. I was like, there's a decent chance there'll be something for her over Christmas. But here we go. You can get her from basically soul stones, summoning souls, or getting artifacts. So gear hunters, dungeon divers, right? It's going to be very difficult. Dungeon divers will sort of help you finish it out, but it's really going to rely very heavily on soul stones. It's only in a couple of days, so we'll just break it down when it actually goes live. But yeah, my quick thoughts on this is pretty simple. If you have the soul stones, it's definitely worth it. Yeah, I was very impressed with her from my showcase. She's a great champion. She's a combination champion with Torment. She's like she's his partner. Makes him a lot better. So yeah, she's perfect. If you've got Torment, it's really a no-brainer. I think they're going to be incredibly useful. If they ever do further difficulties with the Grim Forest, they're going to absolutely smash it. Dwarf Faction War is hard. If you're still progressing on that, they absolutely smash it. They're going to be really good in Arena, in Siege, all the stuff. So yeah, I think they're absolutely worth it. I think they're great. I think they're really, really strong. And much like, I mean, the big question would be, Tormund doesn't do anything for her. He doesn't make Hilvi better, right? She makes him better. It's quite similar to what they did last Christmas. Now, Lady Noelle was the fusion, but she came in and she was making Sir Nicholas better. And like all this stuff, like the combinations with Sir Nick were there. But Sir Nick himself wasn't bringing anything to the table sort of by himself. He was sort of the old version. But they buffed him this year. So now there's really cool synergies between the two of them from both their sides. They could easily do something like this. Like, I wouldn't be entirely shocked at all. In fact, I wouldn't be even slightly surprised if you told me, Nub, I've time traveled back from the future from Christmas 2026. They've just buffed Tormund for Christmas 2026, and now he's even better. And yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff that powers up Hilvi as well to make them even stronger. And yeah, like they're super in the meta now. That wouldn't surprise me even slightly. So we will see. We will see. If you don't have Torment, I still think she's really good, by the way. She's still an AoE. Um, AoE buff removal with freeze on a 3-turn is brilliant. That's really strong just by itself. And she's also going to be stealing a buff at placing burn and decreasing their turn meter as well. It's not even when she freezes, it's when anyone on the team freezes, though she, of course, freezes as well. Decreased defense A1 is fine. And then she still has a team revive with block damage, increased speed, which is really good. Or if you don't use it as a revive, you get a 25% turn meter boost from a champion at 110 base speed with block damage and increased speed. So you could totally build her as like a go first champion. There's lots of ways to build her, lots of potential. And yeah, I'm definitely going to get her. We're going to be using her, you can bet, in Siege for sure. So it's exciting. I actually saw as well. I was very tempted. I have just hit, or I mean, I'm one off 300, so I'm probably looking to get the 6-star soul for Fabian, which is cool. But look who Tormund shows up, and it's taunting me. It's like, nope, spend that 100 red essence, get him that accuracy for his freezes. No, resist, resist. But yeah, I think they're really, really good. So I'm definitely going to be going for it, and yeah, we'll look at the actual cost, how expensive the deck is in terms of the soul stones, how it compares to previous decks and stuff. We'll see that when it actually goes live, and I'll do a video, of course, of my soulstone pulls as well. Yeah, as I said, you'll see her in Siege. I'll totally be using her in Siege. I'll use, of course, Lady Noelle, Sir Nick in Siege too. It's going to be fun. What we also have is the Summon Rush for the Fusion. I have actually kept up all the Fusion events over the last few days, and I've kept up with Grim Forest. Stay tuned for a Grim Forest video. I'll actually just record that straight after this and catch you up where I am. And I think we'll be clearing most of the big stuff. But the Summon Rush, it was 7 Sacreds. for the rare, which is expensive, and then it's basically 12 to get the epic champion. I think I'm going to go for the epic here today. The reason is pretty simple, just to make Christmas stress free, right? That I don't need to go, oh shit, it's Christmas Day or whatever. Oh, I really need to play Raid for a few hours to get this rare to finish the fusion. I don't want to do that. I want to go, oh, I forgot about one of the events over Christmas and all the family events and stuff like that. Hey, no big deal. Oh, I forgot two events. I missed two rares. Oh, that's totally fine as well. Yeah, no stress. Great. I've got an epic spare. It's fine. So that's what I'm going for. In terms of these champs, I guess we'll look at the voids first. I'm not probably going to pull any voids, but Lady Noelle, Tormin, and Gergo, they're all good. I have all of them. I use all of them. Tormin would have been, I would say, the weakest of these, but he's just got this big power boost because of Hilvi. So yeah, if you're getting Hilvi and you don't have Tormin, you obviously really want Tormin, right? Tormin's just so good, so why not? Lady Noelle is really strong if you've got Sir Nicholas. Gergo sort of stands on his own. He's not a duo champion. I think Gergo is good. I think to use him in arena, he's very stat intensive. Like you want a 5, possibly a 6-star soul to really make use of him because he needs loads of speed. Because he's, again, a remove buffs and freeze champion, but then he's a damage dealer as well. So compared to Hilvi, where you can go lots of speed, good accuracy, bit of HP percent, I'm feeling pretty good. With Gergo, you need lots of speed and accuracy, but you also need crit rate, crit damage, attack. You don't want him to be absolutely squishy. I mean, kind of no matter what, he's ridiculously squishy. He's difficult. That's sort of the long story short. He's difficult to use. He is amazing for Ogre Faction Wars, though. He's so helpful for that. Like, you come up against a Tetsuya wave. If you trigger the Jingwan, like, use a stun. So I have a stun set on Vizig, right? Vizig comes in. He does an AoE attack. He stuns somebody with the stun set. It triggers the Jingwan passive. Doesn't matter who he stunned. Gergo comes in, removes the block debuffs, freezes them all, and smacks them all. And that really helps deal with the Tetsuya wave. So like, it's a sick little move. I think Gergo is very nice as well for Grim Forest. Crowd control for waves, decreased defense, good damage, freeze for the fire boss too. He's nifty and just generally good damage. And yeah, so they're all good champions. If I was to rate these voids, I would say right now, if you've got Sir Nick but not Lady Noelle, she's probably number 1. I think she is so much better. Tormin, probably for me, would be number 2 because of Hilvi. If you don't have Hilvi, I put him last. And Gergo would be either last or in the middle. But it's sort of your preference a little bit on what you need the most. I think Lady Noelle with Sir Nick is probably the most unique, but Hilvi plus Tormin's the new big thing. So yeah, pick whichever one you would really, really want. I'm going to do Sacreds here today, and I guess we're doing 12 Sacreds. So in this, there's actually some really good champions in here. We can start with the Epics. They're all really good. Creodan is, I think, probably the easiest one to use and probably the best. So he's doing AoE freeze. He's got triple hit A1 with freeze, turn meter boosting, increased speed, gets loads of free turn meter. He is a simple, free spamming speed machine. Simple to build, easy. Just needs speed and accuracy. Job done. That's literally it. And he's an MVP everywhere. If you want him to really pop off, you can start giving him like Perched Shadows. You can give him Relentless Gear. You name it, anything like that, the guy will go crazy. He is better than most legendaries for Faction Wars Hard. Like, he legit is absolutely insane. And he's really good for Fire Knight Hard as well. Really good for any wave-based content. He's amazing. So, yeah, he is a really good epic. Neldor is also really good. Good debuffs, good damage. Again, very, very strong for Fire Knight Hard, the two of them together. I think Creodan is maybe a little more useful, but they're both phenomenal. Durandil will be the worst one of these, in my opinion, but he is a very strong damage dealer. I think he also does have freeze, I'm assuming. They all seem to have freeze, so I guess he does as well. That looks to be the theme of this. So he must have freeze in his kit, which is helpful for Dark Elves. They do have some stages in Faction Wars Hard where you need to freeze. He'd help you with that. He's just a very, very, very strong epic damage dealer. I don't think that's crazy valuable as a thing, because there's lots of very, very strong legendary and lots of very, very strong mythicals and voids and whatever. Lots of strong damage dealers in the game, but he is one of the best epic ones. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, let me see. What do I need? Who do I need to +4? Let's find out. I don't know. I've got a +4 Creodan, or I think I have a +4 Neldor. I do. Where Durandil... Include the reserve vault. Oh, they're all +4. Okay, so it literally doesn't matter for me. I can choose anything. Grand, no pressure. We'll put in him because I think he's probably the best one. Then for these legendaries, we've got 3 former fusions and 2 that were not. So I'm guessing because Glacea's in here, by the way, she got buffed recently. I'm guessing that means she's definitely not showing up in any sort of Christmas event. It's definitely Hilvi. For me, I was kind of leaning towards those two. Recently was, ooh, they might do the rework Glacea as some sort of guaranteed or Hilvi. I think I would not be surprised if we had like a Void 2X with a 10X event for the new crazy Christmas Bannerlord Void Legendary. I could totally see that being the Christmas Day thing. I don't know. Let me know what you think. That's my prediction. Yeah. Glacea is solid. She's like a good anti-lockout champion, which is cool. She's pretty interesting now. So I do think she's a legit pick. Totora is decent. He's one of the relatively few perfect Veil champs, though I do think that this Glaikid is better. But he's one of the few. He is very helpful for High Elves. High Elves is actually kind of bad in Faction Wars Hard. It's funny because they are arguably the easiest faction, second easiest perhaps, for Faction Wars Normal. I think they're one of the hardest for Faction Wars Hard. He's one of the few like genuinely good support champs. He's actually an okay defense damage dealer as well. But he is good for that faction, for sure. He also combines very well with Fina because, again, he's one of the few buff-providing champions from the faction. So he is decent, but probably one of the lower, worst ones here, unfortunately. Blizzard, again, he's actually very helpful for City. Very, very helpful for Faction Wars Hard. He's sort of better than he seems on paper. Like, on paper, you're like, okay, he seems cool. In practice, I don't know. I just really like Blizzard. He just ends up being incredibly useful. Freezing people all the time. Decent bit of team protection. He's cool. I probably wouldn't recommend... in fact, no, I would not recommend him over these other 3 we're going to talk about. But I do really like him. Like, if I got a Blizzard, I'm pretty happy. Like, he somehow ends up being more useful than he should be. And I don't know how or why, but that's where we are. Newt and Glaikid would, for me, be the 2 big ones. Glaikid, to a degree, you know, like we're getting champions like Hilvi. We are getting more revivers. As they add more and more revivers, I guess it becomes less and less important to have them. To have all of them, you can only use so many. He is a very good one. He provides lots of buffs, and in particular, he's got a passive that gives you bonus damage. That's cool. He also is one of the few champions at Perfect Veil. That's cool as well. He's definitely not the best at team support. He's not as good as keeping you alive, but in terms of offensive revivers, he's actually one of the better ones, sort of just providing you loads of buffs and boosts to go crazy. So he's pretty cool. He can definitely help in Chimera. Yeah, he's a solid champion. Newt is, again, amazing as well. If you don't have a Newt, he's probably the one to go for. That triple hit enemy max HP really opens up farming a lot of dungeons. You combine him with the Marius, and woo, suddenly you can throw in a reset champion and farm almost any dungeon. It's very helpful. 2 Newts is a thing. Maybe it's not as important anymore, but it's still pretty great. And like, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if when they do bring in, which I assume there's a decent chance we'll see more hard mode dungeon stages in 2026. It's been a while, right? Since they introduced hard mode dungeons, there's been so much power creep since then. I wouldn't be surprised if, like Curse City, they nerf the hard mode dungeons to 5% enemy max HP instead of 10. So he might fall off a bit then. But still, I do think that he's insanely useful. And you definitely want Newt. He'd be number 1 out of all of these if you didn't have him. And it's worth having a second one. I probably would consider... I would definitely consider a second Newt over these 3 here, probably, even still. I'd probably take a Glaikid over a second Newt, though, looking ahead into 2026. But I don't know. I'm going for Glaikid. I've got 2 Newts. I don't need another one. That's plenty. I mean, you could do 3 Newts and Marius. I mean, it is a thing, but I don't think it's that important. I'm gonna go with Glaikid, and yeah, like that. So let's go. I guess just 12. Yeah, I think it's just 12 sacred shards. Let's pull. Let's see if we can get lucky. Oh, I was gonna say we could start off straight with the legendary Ambassador Lethalin. I think he is part of the Mikage fusion, isn't he? He's okay. He's not bad. Not top tier, but he's cool. Legendary. Straight away. Ooh, it's a Helicath. Okay. Helicath has seen a bit of a resurgence with Chimera because he does open up the, absorb damage with shields trial because he's got massive shields. And he has block damage, which is really handy. He's also very good with Volcanos in Arena. And he's not a bad block damage option in Arena in general. So he's kind of cool. Probably pretty good against the treasure goblin if you're struggling. And in fact, good against several of the bosses in Grim Forest. Very versatile champion. He was a former fusion. He's a great champ. Okay, well, means no mercy, but we do have now a 20x for Glaikid, which would be amazing. I've got, you guys may or may not know, I basically have like almost no perfect Veil champs on my account. I've never pulled a Duchess, don't have Glaikid, all the rest. So yeah, like when that Chimera thing comes up of like, you got to do damage at perfect Veil, I struggle. I struggle. That's not easy for me. I don't think any of these epics are likely to make any impact now. Dahi is a top quality epic though. I love it. He's so good. Self buffs with an extra turn. Oh, and 3-turn buffs. Oh, beautiful. AoE decrease defense, extra turn. A1, remove buffs chance for an extra turn. He's absolutely crazy. He is such a good epic. You know, I've seen people say like Sylvans, need more legendary damage. There's not enough damage dealers in Sylvans. I'm like, my friend, you could just use Dahi. Build 2 of them. Seriously, like he's insane. He's genuinely better. I mean, they keep buffing legendaries, right? But he's still, I'd say, better than Oh, well now. Oh, I said there was probably not an epic we could pull that would. Oh, wait, how many shards have we pulled? We just pulled a fusion epic. We just pulled a fusion epic. Okay, I don't really care about this champion. A lot of people, yeah, he's pretty shit, right? I don't give a shit, but oh, we could skip events. We've only gone 1 over. I think I just saved the 4 sacreds. I mean, 2 rank 5 chickens and a turn. It's not bad, but I think, I think we stop. I think we call it there. I'll definitely take the rare. Thank you very much. I'm going to take the energy. I need to finish Ice Golem. Yeah, I don't really care about having a copy of this epic. I'm reasonably confident I'll probably be doing all the fusion stuff anyway. Like, probably, but I just want the freedom to miss some stuff. I think we stopped. That's really not bad, man. If that happened 1 shard earlier, if that had been 1 shard earlier, that would literally be perfect. But it's only 1 shard off perfection, so I think we take that and we stop. I would also be somewhat tempted to go ahead for the mythical skill tomes, but I think, considering we're coming up to Christmas and New Year's, I think having as many sacreds saved up as possible is probably the right idea. I think that's probably better. So yeah, rather than spend another 4 sacreds, I think we stop right there. Yeah. Okay, it will make the champion chase slightly more difficult. Because we will have 1 less epic to fuse, but who cares? It's fine. So yeah, cool. The 1 red dot we got was the fusion epic. Okay, great. So I said that there was no epic I could pull that would make a difference. I was wrong. The fusion epic would make a difference. It just saved me 4 sacred shards. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, good. Great. Happy days. So there we go. I guess that's me done pulling today. Let me know how your pulls went. I hope you have similar luck, better luck. I don't know. I don't think the Helicath makes a particularly big difference. Oh, hang on. I already have a duplicate Helicath. What I would love to do, I've got so many Mortus. Ah, no. I can almost +4 a Mortu Macap. If I can get 1 more dupe for Demon Spawn, I can +4 Mortu, which would be a hell of a lot of fun. He's only 1 star, mind you, but maybe we'll get a soul for him when we're pulling for Hilvi. Who knows? Oh god, I gotta switch up this. Right, there we go. That was that. Oh, let me know how your weekend has gone, your summons. Are you excited for Hilvi? And yeah, I'll catch you guys for Grim Forest, I guess, in a little bit. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.